What's up, guys? Cunning here. We're doing this video a little later than usual. Than last year, I mean. Last year, the Series X. Oh, never mind, scratch that. Anyways, the Series X came out November 10th, 2 years ago. So, I'm 28 days behind. That's my fault. But here we are again. I want to talk about the platform as a whole and what's happened since then. So starting things off, sorry for saying a lot. When I first got the Series X, it was very underwhelming because I think at the time there was like 3 games that was like Series X enhanced. It was like Dirt 5, Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War, and then Wolfenstein. I think that was the other one. But it didn't, dramatically increase loading speeds, which was, amazing for someone who's, always waited up for that hard drive to load. Also, for games where it was a not stable frame rate or was, not locked, like for example, games like Ark Survival Evolved, like on the Series X, if you want, not Series X, the One X, if you wanted to run the game with the high settings, you get like 50 to 40 FPS range. It was playable, but like you want 60 FPS. So stuff like that, it instantly at max settings brought it up to 60 FPS. Which was amazing to experience, especially after games like Ark again. I'm mentioning it would take like 5 minutes to load to the game, and versus like 30 seconds. It was an amazing change, and I think it was really revolutionary for the console space for SSDs, and not only that. Going back to when Cyberpunk came out, I was able to play the game. It wasn't, beautiful, but I was able to play the game, unlike people on last gen consoles who couldn't really run it. Like, there were, like, people on PS4 and the original Xbox One S or One were running it at, like, 20 FPS to, like, maybe, like, 25. It was horrible. And then the Series X allowed me to, play it. It was at 1080p on a 4K screen, which was a little disappointing, but it let me run it at like 60 FPS, which was really nice. But now let's zoom forward back to where we are. The Series X and S enhancements are amazing. Most games or most competitive games support 120 FPS, which is really awesome. But they also let you to change modes, because I remember when you couldn't change what you wanted on your console. You didn't really get a choice. There's always a few games out there that let you do it, but like you can now change if you want performance, you want quality. Some even have 3 modes like ray tracing. So like ray tracing is like probably like 30 FPS locked, and then there's the quality, which is 60 FPS but without ray tracing. And then there's performance, which is like it's scaled up from some lower resolution but runs at 120 FPS, which is super amazing. And I think it was really, really cool when it's really, really cool now, I mean, and especially since all the games that come out run best on either the PS5 or Series X compared to all the other consoles. Like, if you look at the Switch, like the Switch needs new hardware. Honestly, they need a Switch Pro or something, because that thing is underpowered. And it's like if you look at the new Pokemon game they released for the Switch, it looks, in my opinion, of course, abominable. The quality, the gameplay is probably great, but like I want it to look nice. The new games I'm playing in 2022. But so looking at the Series S, it is a little underpowered in my opinion, though it does have the same CPU, which is like a Zen 2 8-core CPU, which costs probably as much as the Series S. If you bought it like for a computer or something. So, they're definitely selling both these consoles for a loss. And the Series S does have a disappointing amount of space of memory, but it can hold its own. And it does beat out the One X in most scenarios at lower resolutions. At high resolutions, it has a little bit more powerful of a GPU, but it can't do ray tracing. Though sadly on Series S, there's very little games that can do ray tracing in the first place. But the Series S is a nice console to have. I actually am considering buying a Series S just because I bring my Series X to friends' houses and stuff, and lugging the Series X around is very inconvenient, and the Series S is so small. Like, it's crazy how small it is, and it would be so nice to just have that instead, because I'm not bringing it to friends' houses and they have like a 4K screen for me. It's 1080p. Series S is perfectly fine for that. But yeah, I think as a whole, the platform is very, very better. I don't know, that was really bad wording, but is very much better than it once was when it first came out. Because when it first came out, all you really benefited was Call of Duty at 120 FPS, and then Doom Eternal was another one. I don't know if that came. I think that came out a little bit after, but yeah. 120 FPS for one game. So it was a little sad, but I got the console day one, November 10th, and it's more or less burned in my mind because honestly, I was so happy that day when it came. I was upgrading from a One X. People on the original one probably felt a way bigger difference than I did, but it was like twice as powerful, and the CPU probably crushed the Jaguar crap that was in the old Xbox Ones. But yeah, so as a whole, the platform is really good now. People can argue if the PlayStation or the Xbox ecosystem is better or not. I can't confirm anything. I don't have a PlayStation, though I do want to get one this holidays because I want to play some Demon Souls and some of the God of War, because God of War seems pretty epic. Though I do love my Halo, so we'll see. We will see. Anyways, guys, this will be it. As a whole, I think the platform is really great now compared to what it once was. And it'll probably get better. We are going to be seeing Pro variants of the console soon, the PS5 Pro and, I don't know, Series X, I don't know what they're going to call the next Series X, variant that's more powerful. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but I think it's going to be a very, very interesting few years. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Also subscribe. I'd really appreciate that.